I've been thinking lately, thinking about my life and thinking about the path of growth. Growing up, we're made to believe that growth is linear. The idea of growth being sequential and one activity following the other was so embedded in our heads. You knew you would leave one class and go to another class, and what that would mean that the class that you would go to would be an elevation. But the more I've grown, the more I've disregarded the idea of growth not necessarily being linear. Oftentimes we feel like failures because we feel like there are people at our level that are moving in a more sequential manner than we are. There are people that are moving in a more linear way. And yet the more I think about it and the more I reflect about my personal life, the more I think about the fact that growth is not always linear. You may think that all children will first crawl and then walk eventually, but we have a few of those that will walk before even crawling. And that's the reality of life. There are things that will happen and you'll feel like maybe it has taken me backwards. Maybe I'm not moving into the right direction. And yet you're still growing. The truth is you're still growing and you're still moving in the right direction. And so I just want to challenge you and encourage you. You may be at a place where you feel like, what's happening? Am I moving forward? Is anything happening? I don't feel like I'm in the sequential direction towards my destiny. And yet, in most of those instances where you feel like you're not growing, sometimes it could even feel like a demotion or a setback. But at that very moment where you feel you've been taken backwards, it's a moment where your growth is happening. So be encouraged. It may look like nothing is happening right now, just like that plant, seed that has been buried with nothing coming out of ground at the moment. But in the right time, you will sprout. Right now, what is happening is you laying foundation of where you need to be. So take heart. Don't rush growth. Sometimes real growth looks like taking a step backwards. When you take that step backwards, you relearn and you learn. You learn towards your destiny. You learn towards where you're supposed to be. So hey, you, my friend, you're feeling like things are not working. You're feeling like you're not moving in the right direction. Be encouraged because you're still growing towards your destiny.